Hey everybody, Adrian Alvey here again, Save the Day Seasonings, and today we are doing our spring home show. So we make seasonings of course, and if you haven't tried them yet, let us know. But we do lots of events, fairs and festivals, and this last weekend was our spring home show, home and garden show. And normally that's where we will have a table set up and vendor event where people can come by and try and buy our seasonings if they want. And since it got canceled, in fact all our events are canceled, we're taking this opportunity because we're a direct sales company. We have kitchen consultants, as we call them, our distributors who sell our products. And many of those will be tuning in tonight, and we'll also be saying hi and where they're from. And we also have on the main page, our actual website page, and on this class page, we have a list of our kitchen consultants. So if you want to support them and they're in your area, you can look it up and find the link to their shopping cart right there on the website.
Yeah, we've already got several people joining us. Jessica Newkirk says hi. We've got, Jennifer Takis is here, and Tabitha Motter. So Stephanie Pennington, lots of consultants already joining us tonight.
Great to see you guys, Jessica, Stephanie, Tabitha, and
Jennifer.
All right, awesome, Jennifer and Wes. So we're going to be treating tonight a little bit like we do when we do our vendor events, and so we'll be explaining a little bit about our 18 seasoning blends, and we'll be doing some live demos on several really easy, quick things that you can do using our seasonings. I'll go through them. We are going to be featuring our real dill seasoning tonight on a few different recipes. It's one of our favorites. It's our #2 overall seller, and so I'll be taking some time to explain a little bit about our seasonings, what makes them interesting or unique, and then what you can do to get them, or if you want to support some of our consultants in your area, how you can do that. And because, of course, we're in a very interesting part of our history right now, and we're so excited to be part of that history, and we're glad that you're joining us tonight to be part of it as well. All right, so what I would normally do at a vendor event, if somebody comes and walks and has never heard of our seasonings, or if they have, as they're walking by, I could ask if they've heard or tried our seasonings before. So if there's somebody coming on that you haven't tried our seasonings, let us know. But if you have tried our seasonings, then you know that you can use them on any food cooked any way and in a multitude of different ways. So we're going to show you a few of those tonight. But if we take a little look here at our seasoning blends, hopefully the lighting is good enough. It's been a little off and on with the clouds. We have 18 different blends, and our top seller is our all-purpose seasoning, which is the Alvy's Incredible All-Purpose. And we have all these 18 blends. This is our #1 seller. It's the all-purpose, and you can use it on anything you want, your meats, vegetables, pastas, your eggs in the morning. You can put any of our blends on popcorn or anything you want to. And a lot of times during these events, we'll have some dip made with them, or we'll have little small bowls with spice in them, and we can do dry tasting, and so it gives our customers an opportunity to taste and see what they're like before they buy. And since we're doing everything online, if you have any questions about any particular blends, feel free to post a comment, and we're happy to answer any questions. As I go through tonight and do some other cooking and giving tips and tricks, let me know. I'd love to answer your questions. If you're wondering why I don't have that, what can I do instead? I'd love to help you be able to find substitutes and be able to do whatever you need to for your family at this time.
We get a lot of people giving shout outs to Alvy's Incredible and to Strong Arm, and I love everybody saying where they're from. So also, in case you didn't know, on our Facebook page as well as our group page, we have a Google form that you can fill out. That's our entry for a drawing. We're going to be giving away a box of 6 little travel jars right here. You pick your 6 little jars, and that comes in the box. So if you'd like to enter to win, just click on the Google Forms, and you can fill that bit out and enter the drawing.
All right, that's awesome. Now, again, our consultants that are tuned in, if you want to put in the comments, you can put your URL that leads to your shopping cart in there. And that's a great way to show support there in helping our consultants all across the country. And that Google form for that little 6-pack, we have a couple other specials we're going to tell you about. We are actually going to be stacking our normal show specials with the monthly specials we have going on. So you get double the bonuses. So
yes,
pay attention a little bit. We're going to be talking a little bit about the show specials and the March only specials. And comment on the video, like the video, share the video now if you want to, and get other people involved in helping making cooking easier, tastier, and healthier, because that's really what the point is here. Helping you to be able to take care of your family in really, really awesome and tasty ways right now. And while families are stuck at home, having to cook more at home. And I will throw another reminder out, guys. Support your local restaurants, please. They're really having a hard time. I was in the restaurant industry for 14 years. Do the takeout, do the delivery, whatever it is, support your restaurants. But if you're home and cooking, guys, we have the easiest and best seasonings that you can use to make that easier for you. We have a lot of different things that we can talk about, which we will talk about. Hosting online parties so you can get free seasonings for yourself, and also about a lot of the health claims that we have about our seasonings that a lot can't make. Our seasonings have no MSG, no additives, fillers, preservatives, dyes. They're gluten-free, soy-free, dairy-free. Many of them are sugar-free, and so we fit a lot of the diet plans that are out there, whether it's keto or any of the very popular ones right now. So let's get right off the bat. Alvy's Incredible, okay? This one here, we always have, almost always on hand, the dip that's made with the Alvy's Incredible, because it's so just a little bit, sorry about that. You could do chips, you could do vegetables, you could do pretzels, but it's a half cup each of sour cream and mayo, and then 2 teaspoons of your favorite seasoning. In the case this one's the Alvy's Incredible. It tastes very ranch-like. It's really good. And if you need to use it right away, you can use a little bit more, 2 to 3 teaspoons. And if you can let it sit for a couple of hours, that'll help absorb the flavors a lot more. So one thing when we're sampling the dip of the Alvy's Incredible at the seasoning blend or at the events, a lot of our customers are like, "Oh, that tastes like ranch." I'm like, "Yeah, you should try it on steak or put it on eggs or whatever you want." But it makes this really, really good ranch-like dip.
Yeah, and I'll say that if you have extra dip, it thins out really nicely to a wonderful dressing, or left as a dip, it's a great sandwich spread. You can put that on your tortilla wraps or flavor your sandwiches with it. A lot of uses for the dip. And that recipe is on the recipe card as well.
Which is right here.
Yeah, let's take a look at that.
That has a variety of recipes that you can use any of our seasonings to make. So if you want to make a dip, it tells you how to make that with any of our flavors. Soups, sauces, meats, marinades, salad dressings, pastas. So it's quite simple. You can do pasta with butter and any flavor of our seasonings, and it's a great little side dish. So that comes with free with your order. The other side tells a little bit about our different seasoning blends and about our company a little bit. So that comes with it.
Very good.
All right. Jen, was there anything else at the very beginning here you wanted to mention? Jen's my wife, by the way.
Yeah,
Jen's
hello,
here,
everyone.
And, my son Austin is in the other room, and if my dog starts barking, I'm probably going to have to call for Austin, so I'm just warning you ahead of time.
Yeah, that just as you see in the comments, we have a lot of our consultants here tonight. We have posted their URL links in on our main page as well as in the event page. Please consider shopping through their carts if they're near or far. It doesn't matter. We'll ship it out to you. We've got 18 seasoning blends, all gluten-free, all natural, and Adrian's going to be demoing a little bit as we go along as well.
Yeah, so I talked to you about our Alvy's Incredible. You can use that on absolutely anything. The Cajun is a milder Cajun. I kind of put all of our spicy ones towards the end here, and the Cajun doesn't even typically fall into the spicy category. It's so low in heat. And that's by design, but it's a super good one on chicken, on shrimp, on a variety of different things. If you guys, you consultants, have used it on different things, put it in the comments. Show what you've used it for.
Yeah,
okay?
I'll tell you real quick. Jennifer Takas says you can take any extra dip and put it on raw chicken and bake it, and the dip keeps the chicken juicy. It's a great idea.
Great idea, especially
Thanks,
with the
Jennifer.
baking it there. So what I have in here is some ramen noodles. Okay, this is just a Pampered Chef microwavable thing. So I'm going to put that in there for over a minute.
I know there are a lot of kids home right now, and I know we've had requests for ways kids can be doing some cooking on their own. This is definitely one of those things.
Yeah, ramen noodles in most households. And so you got the nice little MSG pack here. We're not going to use that today. But what we are going to use is our Chinese seasoning blend, which is a really good blend that you can use on a stir fry, put it on rice with butter, or in this case you can put it on, we're going to put maybe quarter to half a teaspoon in with the ramen noodles, and that's going to be really good. And in fact, this Chinese seasoning makes a really good pho soup, if you like a Vietnamese pho soup, as the only seasonings, only flavors, except a little soy sauce. Okay?
Yes.
That's most of your Chinese food. Add a little soy sauce, because all our things are soy-free, a little Chinese seasoning, and you're good to go. So that's about 30 seconds left, and when that's done, we're going to stir that up, and that's going to be a nice little ramen noodle dish that otherwise you'd be stuck with the regular ramen noodle packet.
Audrey reminds us of the great Chinese Indian blend twist if you want an additional
You know, I'm
flavor.
so glad Audrey brought that up. Thank you, Audrey, because one thing we do all the time is combine our blends. And Audrey found out that the Chinese and the Indian, through a customer, work real well as a perfect egg roll, or it's just a really good blend. You think of a Chinese and Indian blend, it's Asian, multiple Asian blends at once. We have yet to try that, so I'm looking forward to doing that. And I just better get my Chinese out here. And so we have our
bring it over this way. Okay.
ramen noodles.
Typical ramen. Now, what other flavors besides Chinese do you think would be good in there?
I like any of the curries are good. The Indian or the Thai or spicy Indian, spicy Thai, those are all really good. And I would say that most of them would work well with the noodles, other than like you could put Italian on it, really good.
Yeah, I bet that would give it kind of a chicken noodle soup sort of taste.
Okay, I put about a half teaspoon in there of the Chinese seasoning. I'm gonna mix that in, and if I like a little bit more, I'm gonna add it. Looks like it might need a little bit more, but there's like sesame and ginger and Chinese 5-spice in this Chinese seasoning blend. You know, all I have to do here is just taste the broth, and if that broth tastes, well, it's really good, but it does need a little bit more. It has exactly the right flavor. I'm gonna add, so I bet this whole thing here takes maybe 3/4 of a teaspoon.
Yeah, even just Elvie's Incredible, Stephanie Pennington says that's what she uses in her ramen.
Yeah, and so they would all work. Yeah, thanks, Stephanie. That's good.
Ashley Stewart says she loves super strong arm on her spaghetti, or the Alvie's Inferno.
Good choices. Good choices. So that's ready to go, right? So we can just serve that, and in fact, it tastes so much better than ramen noodles. It tastes like Chinese soup. So
I know I've done it before. I've added a little sautéed onion and or mushrooms. You could throw in veggies and really make it a lot more gourmet than ramen typically is. Just gonna
right,
come
and
back
guys,
around here
we
at
will
these.
have recipes for all of the things I'm demoing tonight. So don't you worry. In fact, we're simplifying some of the recipes we already have. So that's the Chinese. You can use that for several different things. The real dill is the one we're going to feature a little bit more tonight, and this is our number 2 overall seller. It's got like 14 different herbs and spices and a whole bunch of dill. And not everybody likes dill, but there's a lot of people that are not real big dill fans that really do like our dill, because it's not just dill. It's a whole bunch of great flavors. People use it on seafood a lot. Makes a good dip. Deviled eggs, popcorn, chicken, other things, vegetables. Asparagus is good.
Yeah, I like it on my cottage cheese, actually. That's one of my favorite ways for the...
Cottage cheese is
or
good.
popcorn.
My daughter only eats popcorn with the dill on it. So
Yes.
I've got a really simple, awesome 3-ingredient tartar sauce I'm going to make right now. And so in this bowl, I just have a 1/4 cup of mayonnaise, 1 teaspoon of sweet pickle relish, and a 1/2 teaspoon of a real dill seasoning. And I'm just going to mix that up. And it's probably the easiest I ever had a tartar sauce made, and it's like legitimate, really good tartar sauce. And so I have right here, which I'm going to grab out.
Oh, you know what I think we missed? When you talked about the Chinese blend, we had a little trivia question.
We did,
So
yes.
one of the games we're doing here tonight, we have a few trivia questions, and the first person who answers it, I'm going to say first person who's not a consultant, because we're going to give away, send you a sample, a free sample to you. And of course, you can always fill out the Google Doc form as an entry to the actual prize that we'll be giving away. So, what is the trivia question?
How many sets of disposable chopsticks does the average Asian person use? And this is traditional, like there.
Yeah, traditional
A,
Japanese.
200, B, 50, C, 350. So
Okay.
per year.
So the first non-consultant person who puts the correct answer in the comments, we'll send you a free sample.
How many sets? 250 or 350?
And we're talking about disposable chopsticks for an Asian person.
Yeah, Chinese or Japanese? Okay.
No, okay, nope. Keep going, people. They're guessing.
Okay, so I've got some little battered shrimp here. These were little ones. I went to the store today, and I was looking for some orange chicken. I was going to maybe do some. We have some leftover rice. We could do some orange chicken.
Okay, Mary Childers Patrick, it's 200. You are correct.
All right.
Make sure you, Mary, message us your mailing address, and we'll send you a free sample. Okay. Nice job. Okay, so we've got some battered shrimp. Had this a little earlier tonight with that tartar sauce, and it was amazing.
Yeah. So a little bit of that.
For those who are still questioning the answer was 200, and we already have a winner on that last trivia question, so we'll throw some more out there here in a little bit.
So like I was saying, I went to the store today, and there was no orange chicken because I wanted to do a little, maybe some fried rice or something that's really easy to go with it. But they had these little shrimps, so I bought these shrimps and just baked them. And now we have this tartar sauce, but it is a legitimate homemade tartar sauce that with just sweet pickle relish, mayonnaise, and our real dill seasonings. And what I really like about it, now you could add a little, say, apple cider vinegar if you wanted to have just a little bit of punch to it like that. Some people really like that vinegar.
Mm-hmm. And I'm not a big vinegar fan, so the way you made it was perfect for me.
And I like it too. And I do like a little vinegar in mine as well. But the blends that are in, the spices that are in the real dill, they make up for that, some of that as well. So it's just delicious. And I'm a huge tartar sauce fan. Like, if they send me a cocktail sauce with anything fried shrimp, it's gonna have to be tartar sauce.
Yes.
So.
Audrey said you could use dill relish too, which I'm more of a dill person than sweet pickle relish, but
That's a good point. And you can use a dill pickle relish or a sweet pickle relish. Tartar sauce typically will have a little bit of sweet to it just to cut the edge. And so if you use dill pickle, you can test putting just a little half teaspoon of sugar in there with it just to see if that works real well. We do have honey powder in our real dill blend as well. Okay, so that was another one for the dill. Now,
so we've already talked about Alvy's Incredible. We talked about the Chinese and the dill.
we're going to stick with the dill for just a quick sec here.
Okay.
And what I have is some deviled eggs. Okay, so deviled eggs are really nice because most people have eggs on hand. And hopefully when you go to the store, they still have eggs on hand.
Yes.
Well, we did 4 boiled eggs today. And a couple tips and tricks on boiled eggs, by the way. If you want to get it just right so that those peels come off really good, start off with cold water in a pan. And you want to make sure that the shells don't crack when you put them in. So I take a spoon and lower them in to the pan, the saucepan, with water, cold water, and add about a tablespoon of salt. And then you bring it to a boil, and when it comes to a boil it for 15 minutes. And that salt that was in there, and coming from a cold state, I have never had a problem peeling them afterwards. So they peel nicely right off. And so what you end up with is I've cut around the edge of a hard-boiled egg, removed the yolks from inside, and I've put those yolks in here. And I'm going to take a fork and just mash these up a little bit because we're going to be putting this back inside those eggs as the filling for the deviled eggs. And we really are big fans of the real dill here. You can also use the Alvy's Incredible and the deviled eggs. It's really good. And a little bit of Italian seasoning. I've heard a lot of people like that as well as a little flair on the deviled eggs. So you can get creative. You can do whatever you want. And we certainly have our favorites, and you'll have yours as well.
We've had some interesting other suggestions of doing the Instant Pot 555 method for best peeling, or Stephanie talks about boiling eggs in the air fryer and the shells come right off. So there's some other interesting ways.
Boy, I sure would love to know some more about those different ways. Definitely. That's fascinating, the air fryer, because I've done some different things in the air fryer that I didn't know you could do in an air fryer. So wonderful. So I put about a tablespoon of mayonnaise in there, and I'm going to mix that in. Let's add a little bit of our real dill. We're going to go for about a 1/4 teaspoon or so right there.
Oh, Shirley Funk says smoking the eggs. Okay.
Smoking the eggs, see? I mean, who would have thought? I mean, I would never think about smoking eggs, and there you have it. Okay, now if you wanted to, you could add a little bit more mayonnaise on too, if you like them a little bit more creamy. It looks pretty good. Let's just go ahead and add just a little bit more for fun. And then if you have a cookie baller, you can do a cookie baller and put that right in. We only have a larger cookie baller. And so if you don't have, then you can easily put it right in. And maybe another spoon might work better, but you get the idea right there. Mm. And then as we try that.
Haven't you in the past sprinkled a little strong arm on there for a red color?
A little strong arm is great on top.
Yeah. It's like
traditionally, you put a little paprika as a garnish on deviled eggs. And that's what you'll see, a little red sprinkle, just paprika, but a little strong on there. Yes, absolutely. And a little Inferno would go a long way on top of that. In fact, let's not wait.
Eggs are pretty versatile, I think. Jennifer Takas said the Indian is wonderful with the mayo and the mustard mixed with the yolks. That's also a great combo.
All right, so I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of that Alvy's Inferno on top of that.
Oh, the Inferno.
Which has a ghost pepper, but 4 other hot peppers in there, but it's not like an overwhelming hot. It's a really great balanced heat, which you can put on anything from mac and cheese, all your meats, potatoes, and eggs. But we'll talk more about the Inferno.
I'm wondering, it might be helpful in a little bit just to do a quick rundown of the product options before you go too far into the different other flavors. That way people know different ways they can get them in their own homes.
Okay, let me just make sure.
So he'll be going over all these different options you have to try them out.
Another thing I love to do here, guys, I'm just going to show you, is do a bagel with cream cheese.
Okay.
And you can just do a bagel in the toaster with cream cheese, put the cream cheese on, and then sprinkle the dill on top. It's really good on bagel with cream cheese. Mm-hmm. That's another good one where you can use the Italian or the Incredible, Strong Arm. I mean, they're all good, but we're featuring the dill. And earlier today I had a bagel with cream cheese and a little bit of dill on it. It's fantastic. So let me tell you about a few of our products. So we have the jars here. So these are glass jars, all right? So these are refillable with the refill pouches. These are $8.99 a jar, 3 for $24, and you can pick any 4 for $30. Our show special is, and I have one to show you here, is you can do any 4 jars. If you go to the website, you can just pick the 4-pack, and you can pick any 4 jars. Or we also have the grillers and the favorites pack that you can just pick. And we'll send you a little packet like that. But today, we're also going to add a free mini jar. Okay, so if you remember and you order anything, 4-pack, you're going to get a free mini jar. Tell us in the special instructions. There's a little box that has special instructions. Tell us which one you want as your travel jar. If you don't, we'll pick one for you, okay? That goes along with our March special, which adds a 2-pack of the travel size jar. We'll pick the jars on this one to any order over $25. So this would qualify for that. So you would get 3 mini jars.
Stackable. And
a 4-pack. So you can pick any 4 jars. Go to the website, pick the 4-jar gift box, and you can pick any 4 jars. We have a separate product, or some other separate products, which is the 4-pack grillers or favorites. And we also have a 6-pack. So you can also do 6 jars on the website. It's $46, and you get the free 2-pack of the mini jars, which you pick the flavors on that, and you can do the 6-pack grillers, or again, you can just pick any 4 jars or any 6 jars you want. Now over here we have a 12-pack. This is a gift box that has our name stamped in there, and you can pick any 12 jars. You just go onto the website and pick the 12-jar gift box. And then for today only, you get the free 6-pack of the mini jars. And if you special instructions, tell us which jars you want, we'll put those in. Otherwise, we'll pick them for you.
Yeah.
But you get the free 6-pack. And that's $88 for any 12 jars plus the 6-pack. That is a fantastic deal. We also have these spice racks, and these are kind of cool. These are custom made for us, where you can do any 6 jars in this wooden spice rack, and it closes like a gift box. So you can see it does that with the 6-pack and it does that with a 12 pack. Okay, you can order those as well.
Yeah, we love ours. We keep it on the counter, so our spices are right there, as you can see over there in the corner, and it's very handy.
So you can see the various options we have with the glass jars, but we also have, like I said, the travel size jars where you can go there and pick the 6-pack travel or RV set. Great for the dorm, great for a first pack for you to start with. You can pick any 6 jars for $20, and it's a great deal. And that's a great option. And we also have the large sizes. So when a lot of our customers find they really like a certain blend, this is the volume of 5 of these glass jars. They sell for the price of 3 jars, which is $24. So this is $24 for the volume of 5 of those jars. And the show special is each additional one is only $20. And I have to figure out how to do that on the web, how I'm going to offer that on the website. I was thinking about
because
like
that's
that particular special. Again, everything over $25, guys, gets a free 2-pack of the mini jars. And what I'll probably do is have a special code for when you order 2 bulk. So just look for it in the comments. We'll have a special code that'll take the discount off for each additional bulk. Okay?
Very good. I just want to remind everyone, if you are going to be purchasing tonight, please look at the list of consultants that we have on our page and select one of those URLs and help support our small businesses around the country. We really appreciate that. So.
Okay. Fantastic. And then we have 2 different samplers. We have our super samplers, which are right here. We have all 18 of our seasoning blends, and these are in Ziploc bags. We also have a mini sampler, which we'll have more tomorrow, but we're out today.
Yes.
Which are about 1/3 the size of that, but just a smaller. But it still has all 18 of our seasonings that you can try. And it has about, again, 1/3 the volume of this. These are $24 for all 18 seasonings. You'll get at least several meals out of each one of those bags. And then the mini samples are $15, and that is all 18 in littler Ziploc bags. So those are on the website.
Thank you. Also, just in case you haven't already thought of this, if you guys can share this live right now on your personal pages, that will help us reach more people. As you know, in our Facebook group page, all those of you who are in here typically are already fans, know of our spices. So do us all a favor if you wouldn't mind, and just share that with your friends as well.
Thank you. Awesome. All right. So then that leaves us here. Let's talk a little bit more. So we talked about the products here.
Yeah.
The real deal, you're going to love that. The Indian, we have the mild and we have the spicy Indian. And those are the same flavor, but the spicy has medium heat. It's a curry. We grind and blend our own curry. Great for your stir fries or Indian food, tandoori style chicken, whatever you want to do with Indian. And we've done creative things, and like Audrey, blending it with others. We've done the Indian with the strong arm, which, crazy as it sounds, it actually works. And so you can use those on all kinds of different stuff, whatever you want. The Italian is one of our...
I think you had a trivia question that went with the Indian,
all right.
maybe?
Well, yeah, I'm going to do that with the
that?
Thai.
Okay,
Yeah, real quick
the
here.
okay.
The Italian blend is one of our top blends as well. It's one of our most versatile. We use that all the time. You can do avocado toast, to spread some avocado on toast with a little bit of Italian. If you want to put a little lemon juice on there, fantastic. It's really good. Pasta, butter, and Italian seasoning, basically a great little side dish. I have some pasta I'm going to do a demo with in just a minute. That'd be good with that. Jamaican is a nice, unique blend. It has ginger, allspice, thyme, salt and pepper, and garlic. And we have a mild and a spicy version of it. Great for chicken, awesome for seafood. Put it on grilled pineapple. That's a really good blend for that. We have our lemon pepper, which is a unique lemon pepper. It's not, there's no chemicals in any of our seasonings, so no additives or fillers. And we use lemon essential oil and lemon peel in there.
Yeah, I don't know of anybody else that uses essential oils in their seasonings, but we love the fresh flavor that brings to them.
Yeah, and it really works well for that lemon pepper. So if you're not a fan of lemon pepper, and I have myself traditionally been not a huge fan of lemon pepper, so I made it the way I like it, and a lot of people end up liking it as well. We also have, I keep it on the very opposite end of our Alvy's Incredible. We have a low salt version of that same seasoning, our most popular, the Alvy's Incredible. The Alvy's with the regular salt has 290 milligrams a serving. The low salt has 49 milligrams a serving. So a great, nice compromise then if you're looking for something with lower salt, but you can use on pretty much anything. Brings us to our Mexican, which is also very popular.
Oh, yes.
Great on anything you want to turn into Mexican, and you don't have to use very much of it. It has a great flavor, nice balanced flavor. It's not spicy. You can use it on beans and rice, put it on taco meat, your vegetables. You can make a dip with this Mexican one and use that as a sauce or for your tacos and burritos. Mm-hmm. We put it on eggs in the morning and all kinds of different stuff. We really love
I love it because it's not too acidic. It's really light and fresh. It does, sometimes kids can't handle the taco seasoning packets because they're pretty strong.
Yeah, and you have to use a lot of it too.
Right.
Okay, I'm gonna take a minute to talk about Strong Arm because Strong Arm is really, it's our number 3 overall seller, but in my mind, it's probably more versatile almost than any other one. The Always Incredible you can use on anything. The Strong Arm, same thing, but it has such a devoted following that I want to give it special attention because it's our number 1 seller for meat rub, for chicken, ribs, pork, steak. Use it for the grill, for the smoker. ARM stands for All-Purpose Rub Marinade. It's a nice barbecue rub. It has a little sweetness to it. It's got sugar and honey powder in there. And you could use this on whatever you want, not just meats, but it's also my favorite to put on like pastas or potatoes, popcorn, and things like that. I'm going to turn up the heat on this just a little bit because I'm going to show you a quick demo with the Strong Arm here, just a quick sec, on doing pasta really, really fast or really easy. And I just really like the Strong Arm on this. And in fact, I'm going to grab some cheese out of here because I'm going to actually...
Yeah, we've got people commenting on the ways they love the Strong Arm. Stephanie Pennington says, amazing on baby back ribs and tri-tip. Good on burgers. So, yeah, some good comments there.
Yeah, so we love the Strong Arm. And I'm just going to put a little bit of oil in this pan. You can use a little bit of butter or something, anything that gives that moisture to it. And add a little bit of this ribbon noodle. So guys, any kind of noodles, any kind of pasta will work. And I'm simply going to heat this up.
So this is pre-cooked from earlier.
Pre-cooked pasta.
So if you have leftovers, it's a great way to...
And we've determined that it basically doubles the volume of it, roughly, when you boil pasta. So 1 cup of unboiled yields about 2 cups of boiled. And so that was just in the fridge, so call it leftover pasta. And it's already almost entirely heated through. And a couple good flavors for this would be the Strong Arm, which I'm gonna show you. The Inferno is another really good one for this as well. And so that Strong Arm I'm gonna put on the pasta, and it has that little sweetness, so I'm not sure exactly what it is about that makes it so good with the pasta. But I'll put maybe a half teaspoon or even less on there.
Or like the Super Strong Arm if you want it a little bit spicier. That's the same flavor, but...
now here, I'm going to show you a little thing. And I've got this thing turned up, and I'm going to actually... Stay right there.
Okay, I'm going to stay right here.
Okay, I just added just a little bit of water. Just like a quick hit of water, but you can see the moisture that it adds. And it's not like dripping, but it adds a little bit of moisture, which makes it even better. So don't be afraid to add a little bit of water to it if you need to.
That does help hydrate the herbs and stuff.
Little cheddar cheese, just like that. I'm cutting the heat right now, so it's already hot and it's already melting the cheese. I'm gonna grab a plate.
Turn the heat down or off there.
It's off.
It's off. Mmm.
Okay, and now that is nice cheesy noodles.
Yeah.
But wow, was that easy. Like quite literally, just a little seasoning and a little cheese. Like the Strong Arm is my favorite with noodles. Yeah, we can use the Italian and it's like more traditional, but man, that Strong Arm with noodles. Mm-hmm. And a little cheese. I just keep going back to that.
And the great thing is, anytime you use our seasonings with just some like butter and your pasta, you can always throw in some protein, so little bits of chicken or some sausage or something like that, or veggies, and make it like a full meal.
Yeah, thanks for mentioning that because that really is at its most basic core, most basic. But she's so right. If you have any leftover meat at all, put it on in there. Vegetables, saute the vegetables first. Add the noodles. Throw a little tiny bit of water if you need to. Seasoning and cheese. You're all set. So thank you so much. That was awesome. Okay. We also have the super strong arm. And that is our all-purpose rub marinade, the same one except it has a little bit of heat. Not a lot, but just a little bit. And actually that one quite often is more popular than the regular strong arm sometimes. Okay. Back over here, this is our most recent seasoning that we had, which is the Saltless Wonder. We had a lot of demand for seasonings that have no salt, and maybe we'll develop this line later too, but right now this is our one blend that has absolutely no salt in it. It's a very herby blend. It has lemon essential oil in there, great on a dip or chicken or vegetables. It's a really popular one for use when something has enough salt already, dish, and needs some more flavor. You could add that as well.
Backing up just a hair, Jeanette Whipple want to know: did you use sharp or medium cheddar cheese?
That's a mild cheddar cheese right there. You could use whatever cheddar you want, whatever you prefer. I prefer mild to medium. I can tolerate sharp pretty good, but for pastas, I usually like that. So.
Very good. Thank you.
All right. And then we have our Thai and our spicy Thai. All right. So let's do this is a different kind of curry. It has the coriander and cumin. Fish sauce powder is in our Thai blend, and coconut, and a whole bunch of other flavors and herbs and spices. Now, anybody, if you can tell me non-consultant, then coriander is the seed from what plant, then, that is used very commonly. In fact, one of the oldest usage of this herb goes back at least 5,000 years. So coriander is the seed from a common herb plant that we use the leaves of.
So if you're not a consultant, we've already got the answer. Rosa, I'm going to say her name wrong. Salas? Anyway, she answered cilantro. So
cilantro, yes.
Thank
and
you.
Was it Rosa? Yes. So
yes.
As you know, in fact, our Indian and our spicy Indian use cilantro essential oil in there as well. So cilantro is a really common one used in Mexican, but our Mexican season doesn't have any cilantro in it.
So Rosa, make sure you give us a message, your address, and we will mail you a sample. She says she uses it all the time. Cilantro
Awesome.
is one of our favorites too.
Yeah, it is definitely one of our favorites. We use a ton of it.
Don't forget, if you guys want to enter for the grand prize, which is going to be 6 of these little seasoning jars, we have a Google form that was for sure, I think it was posted in the event page. I'll make sure it's out on the main page if you don't see it there, but it's just a little entry form. We'll be drawing that shortly after the event's over.
Okay, now our Alves Inferno, I'll spend just a little bit of time on. This is it's probably my top favorite. I don't use it all the time, but when I'm looking for spicy, I mean, it's really a go-to because it works on all kinds of different stuff. It uses ghost pepper as the main hot pepper, but like I said earlier, it's not super overwhelming. Great balanced heat. Put a little on your mac and cheese, put a little on your meats, your veggies, your eggs in the morning, popcorn, whatever you want. It's one of our very popular ones. In fact, if all of our customers liked spicy food and all of our customers would like to choose a favorite, it would be in the top 3, definitely. But not everybody likes spicy. So if you have a blended family, though, like ours, is not everybody likes spicy food. That's what we consider a blended family. Then you can put that Inferno on after everything's cooked. Just like you can cook the meat or the mac and cheese or whatever, you put it on just like salt or pepper afterwards.
One thing that my daughter loves to do is to take that Alves Inferno and put it on tortilla chips, like Juanitas that are a little bit more of an oilier chip, and put it in a baggie and toss it in there with it, and it seasons her chips. It's just like Doritos. But
we've had a few people do that. In fact, that's a highly recommended. If you have someone that really likes spicy, there's not a lot of great spicy potato chip options. There's some decent ones, but you could put a plain potato chip in the bag, toss it with the Alves Inferno, and the people that like spicy food, boy, they're really going to go crazy over that. So try it sometime for your spicy favorites, and wash your hands afterwards.
Yes.
You don't want to touch your eyes after that. So.
Awesome.
And that's basically our 18 blends then. I think I've referred to all of them there. And all of those are online, and so you can select them in quantities of single jar, 3 jars, 4 jars, 6 jars, 12 jars, and you get bonus mini jars. Again, if you've missed it, with every 4 jar glass jar, you get a free mini jar.
That's a special just for this particular show.
Just for tonight.
Tonight.
But along with that, if you get a 4-pack, you also get the free 2-pack, which is our March special. So you get now 3 free mini jars with any 4-pack of regular jars, all right?
It's an awesome
and
deal.
You let us know in the special instructions which ones you want, okay? And if you don't, we'll pick them for you. We have lots of good ones to pick from.
A lot of options there. And in case you didn't hear, we've got these refill pouches. They are the volume of 1 jar, and if you invest in the glass jar, refill pouches are only $7, and it pours back in the jar, so you can recycle that glass jar.
That's right. Is there any questions that anybody has about food, about anything at all right now, life or jokes or anything?
We've had so many great comments about what people like to use the spices for. We've got a lot of fans in here. We've got consultants that are present. Just a reminder that we've got their specific URLs to order from their sites. We personally use the bulk. The bulk is awesome. It's the volume of 5 jars at the price of 3, and we even have an extra show special. Each additional jar is even less than the price of 3 jars at $20 for additional bulk. So it's a great way to go too.
Yeah, and that's the gist of how we run basically a vendor event, which all of our events are canceled until further notice right now. So from home, what we're doing is I've just kind of stretched out into 40 minutes. What we do in about 30 seconds in a quick, brief demo, we'll let people try them and taste them and ask us any questions they want to. So if you have any questions at all, get a hold of us. Let us know your questions. We're so excited for sharing the seasonings at a time when people can really use the help at home. Whether you know how to cook or don't know how to cook, they're going to work for you just great.
Yeah, and I just want to add too, I know right now a lot of people are struggling with employment. If you are looking for an opportunity to become a kitchen consultant, you can go to info.savethedayseasonings.com and you get more information there, or reach out to any of our consultants that you see listed, and they'd be happy to help you with more information.
Yeah, it's a good point, because our adult daughter, she was laid off. She's a waitress, and the restaurant, obviously, the restaurant business is having a hard time right now. And so a lot of people are looking for opportunities to earn money from home. And so with our products, you can you can do online sales, very good for online. And then when, of course, fairs and festivals start up again, we have all of those again. And the products are usable by anybody. And men, women, teenagers, all can use our products. So
yes.
info.savethedayseasonings.com is the homepage for anything you want to know about joining our team.
The other option is, of course, online is perfect right now. Everybody is using the online for entertainment, for buying. We can't leave our homes really. So if you're interested in becoming a host, let us know as well. We have a new site that should be live, I think, by tomorrow, called host.savethedayseasonings.com. That will give you more information on doing an online event.
Yeah, you don't even have to do anything in your home. So you can earn free and discounted seasonings just by getting your friends involved. We can even send free samples or whatever you want, because we certainly want to share our products with everybody.
Do you want to see if there's maybe one more trivia question before we go? We can give out another free sample. Here. If not, if there's not other questions, we're probably about there.
All right, here's one. Which is an herb? Which of these 3 herbs traditionally goes best with lamb? Tarragon, rosemary. Tarragon. We'll get it in the wrong order here. Tarragon, rosemary, or basil. A, B, or C. Tarragon, rosemary, or basil with lamb.
Okay, so this would be someone who's not a consultant. If you wouldn't mind posting your guess in there, if you know, then we'll send you a free sample.
Yep. And one thing we're starting to talk about now is what people might want for a new seasoning flavor coming out. So we've had some feedback great feedback from our consultants and customers. And here are some ones that we've sort of been tossing around. A Greek blend, for example.
Oh, yes.
a garlic blend. So our Alvy's Incredible is a nice all-purpose, and it has garlic in it. We got a lot of demand for simply a garlic blend that's just like hits you with the garlic. A chipotle or chipotle lime is one that comes up a lot, or something with a rosemary or thyme type of a thing. Now we do have an Italian, which is a thyme, oregano, and basil type of one. One that I also hear a lot of demand for is something that will absolutely melt the face off. And
super hot.
Some people say, give me your hottest, and they try the Inferno, and they're like, yeah, you know. For those people, Inferno is about medium. And so for those people, and there's quite a few out there, they just really want to melt their face, and we want to help with that. So I have an idea for a new one in the future that's a melt your face one. But hey, throw some ideas out there if you guys want to have a different blend, or if you like some of the ones I mentioned. We're kind of tossing something around right now, right?
Yeah. Well, it looks like our very first person to get the right will you answer the question? Which is the herb that goes well with lamb?
Typically be rosemary out of those three.
Okay, we got a lot of people saying the right answer, but the first one to put it in was Courtney. I don't know if it's Steeman or Stemmen, but she is our winner with the free sample. So
All
Courtney,
right.
make sure you message us with your mailing address, and we will send it off to you.
Good job, Courtney. All right. Does anybody else have any questions for me? Because otherwise we'll wrap it up. And
Stephanie had a question. What inspired you to start Save the Day?
it's a good question.
Thanks
Boy,
for asking that, Stephanie.
It's a good question. It could be a lesson in itself. Well, I was a chef, a baker, a cake decorator. I've been a food guy my whole life, but I was professionally 14 years in food service. And then I went to college, and I was 15 years in information systems. I was an IT guy. Go figure, food and IT. But I got laid off from my corporate job 5 years ago. And at that time, I was sort of coming up with an idea of, well, I had made these seasonings. Well, the one main one was the Alvy's Incredible, because I was so tired of coming home from my corporate job, and like my 4 kids are like, Dad, what's for dinner? Immediately, like right away, what's for dinner? I'm like, well, I
They
don't
were
know.
hungry.
I just got home, you know. Give me a minute. Takes planning, takes time. I'm like, what if I could make some seasonings? They work on anything. And then like an Indian blend, a Mexican blend, the Alvy's Incredible. Like it could have chicken on hand, I could have beans and rice on hand, and I can make it whatever flavor I want. It works so well. We actually gave away the Alvy's Incredible as a Christmas gift 5 years ago, 6 years ago, something like that. And like to 50 people, all the friends, the family, the neighbors, the teachers, they all got a little jar of this Adrian's all-purpose spice. And like weeks after Christmas, we were getting calls from parents that said, my kid is eating broccoli for the first time. It's out. Like, we want more. My kid is eating it straight. And I'm like, whoa. A few months later, my family convinced me and extended family that we just really needed to go into business. And we did. We started off with 12 blends, and now we have 18 and all these different configurations. And you know what? It really doesn't just work for us. It worked for everybody. And that was the best part about it, is we found out it did work for everybody. And it was something new that was not previously available in the market. So thanks, Stephanie. Great question.
And what I love is that universal recipe card that comes with your purchase. You don't have to have a lot of ingredients on hand or know how to cook much. Those base recipes can be used with any of the 18 blends. So let's say you know how to now make this cream sauce. Well, any 18 blends can be added to that cream sauce, and you have a different dinner every night. So it's just really versatile, and it helps me because when Adrian, the chef of the house, is out of town, which happens here and there, and I'm needing to be the one to cook, I can make it taste just as good, just about, and everyone loves it. So
yeah, and so nowadays, I went to the store and there was no pasta. So we have rice. Well, what can you do with rice? Well, same thing. You can put rice with butter and any flavor of seasoning on that, just like we would with pasta. And put a little cheese if you want, a little meat, a little vegetable, and it's all good.
Yeah. One last thing I'd like to say is we don't want to go too much into our sweet line, but I'm curious if people would like us to do another event like this where we focus on the sweetenings that we currently have. Universal baking mix. We have blends for baking with sweet flavors. Would you guys tell us the flavors real quick? The blends?
Yeah, so we have a universal baking mix that you can use that does a lot more than traditional baking mixes. I think we're up to 24 different things you can make with that. Pancakes, waffles, cakes, cookies, muffins. We have 7 different flavors of sweetenings that you can use to flavor your baked goods, or you can use them in different things. You can make cheesecake with them. ice cream sauce. You can make, flavor your coffee.
Frostings,
all kinds
pudding.
of different things. Pudding, like just add milk to the chocolate for pudding. So a lot of simple things there. Chocolate, pumpkin spice, lemon, salted caramel, strawberry, brown sugar, cinnamon, and peanut butter. Those are the 7 flavors. So if you want to know more about that, this is a product that we're working on developing a lot more in our marketing of it, but it is a new concept in dessert making, just like the seasonings are a new concept in cooking.
Yeah, let us know in the comments if you guys would like to see another event or show like this. We can highlight those sweetenings and do some baking and things like that for you if that's helpful. So
love to.
Okay, well let's wrap it up. If there's any other last questions, let us know. I encourage all of the consultants who have their own small businesses to put your URLs in the comments, and those that are watching and learning about our seasonings to consider purchasing from them to help them grow their small businesses. We hope that you enjoyed it. We again have 18 seasoning blends that are all natural, gluten-free, and require very little skill or ingredients to make some amazing meals in the kitchen. And one final word, if you haven't already filled out the Google form, that is your drawing slip for the prize, which we are giving away 6 of these little travel-sized jars. You have to enter to win, so you want to fill out those entry forms. All right.
Thank you so much, guys. We'll see you next time.
Okay, take care.